Hello, hello. Welcome back to Reality Reconsidered. So last night something happened in Central Mass behind our house. I got up, out and about in the driveway at 3:15. Clear, relatively warm. It's 22nd, 23rd. Yeah, it was the evening of the 23rd, March 23rd, 2021, Eastern Standard Time. Outside of the address of 45 Newton Street, 01532, Northborough, Mass. I look into the woods and I see a floating light, just a light. Below the tree line, there's a ridge about 1,000 yards behind the house. Okay, first of all, there's a cliff that goes down, then a Christmas tree farm for long and slender in this dimension, and then it goes up a steep ridge, which is probably, I don't know, it's several hundred feet high. It's not super high, but it's higher than the big white pines and stuff. Well, this light was just sitting there quietly, whitish yellow, tinge of yellow, and I got photos of it. And so I stared at it. I was like, whoa, that's kind of intense. And the crazy part is that when I moved an inch or even a centimeter to the right or left, it moved as well. No joke. It moved with me. And I could see trees and branches in between. Like, as I moved, I could see it moving, which gave me the, it wasn't like it was fixed. It was like moving in synchronicity with me, or parallel, or whatever. Totally bizarre. I mean, absolutely. So I backed up on the driveway. We have like a hill on the driveway behind me, so I slowly walked backward up the hill to see if it would change. After a minute or two, it separated from one light into two, like this, same intensity. And I want to say they were kind of a pine cone shape, not perfectly spherical. The bottom one then separated into three, equidistant. No noise, no flashing, no flickering. Didn't move around like erratically. I ran in to get my glasses and a blanket because it was probably 30 degrees, 31, 32. And that was it. I came out and it was still there. Same deal. Same everything. I've watched or read of so many stories where people take their eyes off of something, and it disappears. But this was there, and for another few minutes, it just gradually faded. I did telepathically send gratitude and thank you, and this is something I believe is not a satellite technology or a black ops. It could have been. I'm totally open to that, but I just don't believe, because here's the big punchline to this whole video. It's 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes in now. I started a meetup UFO discussion group 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, but because my life is complicated, I went through a career shift and moved twice. Also was in a discussion group for conspiracy analysis. The UFO stuff was dormant, especially with COVID. I was paying more attention to what was going to happen to the deep state or Trump and all that kind of stuff all over the past year, and how COVID-19 was manipulated. And so the point is, I haven't even researched or thought about UFOs until last Friday, where I just kind of spontaneously thought, oh geez, I'm paying for the meetup membership. Well, why don't I just try a Zoom meeting? Guess what? I scheduled it for the same night that I saw I said the 23rd, it was the 22nd, Monday the 22nd. So I scheduled this thing because I knew I don't know, it was Friday night. I was kind of excited. I thought, let's see how many people show up with just 2 days' notice. Well, I had 10 RSVPs. And out of those 10, I think only 3 showed up for whatever reason. I posted the link like a half hour before the meeting. Maybe I should do an hour before, but anyway, point is, that was the first night I really thought intensely about UFOs, and it's the night that just hours before I see this thing, you know? Which reminds me that my other 2 sightings also had a sort of a mental or psychological or emotional link to what I was thinking just before I saw them. So this was 6 years ago, before we met Richard Dolan at the Exeter UFO. No, it was the Portland, Maine Experiencers Speak Out in like 2014 in the summer. Could have been 2015. Anyway, a couple weeks before that, I had already bought the tickets and I was camping. My kids fell asleep. I was looking up at the sky. I was looking at the fire, wondering, geez, why am I not more excited about this festival that's coming up in just 2 weeks? And then I look up and I see that same kind of orb. But last night was different. I mean, similar orb. It was one I saw over Connecticut River in Hadley, Mass, on the banks of the Connecticut River. Was iridescent, sort of pink and orange blob, like fuzzy edges, and just stayed still for as long as I could stare at it. And then I went to the festival. I told some people about it. We looked at photos, and then a couple of weeks later, hiked part of the Appalachian Trail in Maine, and saw the same thing. In fact, if you want to see a photo, it's at the Meetup, Boston Ufo discussion group Meetup at meetup.com, and the one photo that has a landscape tree line looks like just a very plain sky and trees. If you zoom in on it, you'll see and the blue, broad daylight, blue sky, no clouds. You'll see looks like cotton candy or something. Like you can hopefully zoom in on that and see sort of a weird, somewhat symmetrical pine cone, fuzzy orange and pink thing. I didn't even know that was in the photo until I uploaded it to Meetup. I didn't see it. I just so happened, out of hundreds of pictures, I just so happened to choose that one. So I'll leave you with that, and thanks for checking in. Leave a comment or question or and thumbs up, please, and thanks for watching.